Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here because honestly, we are unpacking something truly life-changing today. We're going to break down the exact steps to create an entirely new self-identity. You see, the sources we're diving into reveal a fascinating truth. Your self-image acts as a literal mental blueprint. It's this picture you carry of yourself in your imagination, and it sets the absolute boundaries for everything you accomplish. It's like a hidden ceiling on your effectiveness. But here is the really incredible part. You can consciously revise and repaint this picture to release latent powers you literally didn't even know you had.
So think about it for a second. Are you running on an outdated human operating system? Is your current mindset, all those old habits and limiting beliefs, secretly sabotaging your success? If you constantly find yourself hitting a wall, it might not be a lack of effort at all. It might just be that you need an upgraded operating system. In this explainer, we're going to look at a highly effective, scientifically and spiritually backed blueprint for reinvention. We're going to awaken what the sources call your new self.
All right, here's our game plan, a 5-step roadmap for today. First, we analyze your current self. Second, we practice creative dehypnosis. Third, we enter the theater of mind. Fourth, we upgrade your conscious language. And finally, we hardwire your new identity. Let's jump right into step 1. Analyze your current self. Think of this as your hardware diagnostics. The very first command to enact real change is to truly know thyself.
It's super fascinating how psycho-cybernetics pioneer Dr. Maxwell Maltz actually quantifies this self-image. You don't just guess, you literally assign a percentage to your current degree of use for specific traits. You look at your assets and your liabilities in areas like leadership, earnability, memory, and confidence. By scoring these out of 100 and finding an average, you develop a composite self-image rating. This gives you a really tangible baseline of exactly where your current operating system is functioning.
To complete this comprehensive audit, you've got to do a bit of inner digging. You're tasked with listing 10 things you genuinely admire in yourself, but also 10 qualities you absolutely detest. By bringing these into the light of conscious awareness, they actually lose their hidden power over you. Plus, you need to write out your own personal definition of success. These free associations are absolutely critical because they shape the precise orientation of your new self-image.
Moving right along into our second section, practice creative dehypnosis, or, as I like to call it, uninstalling the malware. We've all faced this core conflict. On one hand, we have the false face. This is the totally exhausting malware of trying to keep up with the Joneses, playing roles just to please others, and desperately trying to conform out of a deep sense of inferiority. On the other hand, we have the real self. True dehypnotization happens the moment you drop that mask, stop trying to be what you aren't, and realize you're a totally unique individual. You don't need to be superior. You just need to be your authentic self. And here is a crucial point. You must forgive your past. The sources stress that past failures are not a permanent definition of your identity. They are simply negative feedback acquired for course correction. It's just data. Once you view a mistake simply as data used to steer your mind toward a productive goal, it instantly loses all its emotional baggage. Now that the malware is cleared out, we move to step 3, the theater of mind. This is where we actually start coding the new software. We're taking advantage of a profound biological fact here. Your nervous system literally cannot distinguish between a real, physical experience and one that is imagined vividly and in detail. To repaint your self-image, you need to devote exactly 30 minutes a day to vivid visualization. You step into the playhouse of your mind, and you don't just see the goal, you act as if you are already this new person. You feel the emotions of performing successfully in this role. And honestly, physical mirror work, literally looking yourself in the eyes in a mirror and affirming your right to succeed, helps anchor this new reality right into your physical body.
This builds perfectly into our next critical phase, upgrading your conscious language. Think of this as the new source code for your upgraded human operating system.
Just as software shapes a computer's output, the exact words you use shape your reality. Listen to this powerful linguistic upgrade. The phrase, "I want," implies that you don't have something, right? It's a state of lack. When you say, "I want my new life," your subconscious hears that you are separate from it. The upgrade is stepping into a state of being by using definitive "I am" statements. Changing it to "I am my new life" is a total game changer. As the sources point out, phrases like "I can't" or "I want" actually offend the great I am because your true inner self
already functions in absolute abundance.
Since your subconscious mind is highly literal, you have to feed it specific data. Vague statements just won't trigger the success mechanism. You need to articulate exactly who is there, what you're doing, where you are, and when it's happening. And crucially, you have to claim ownership. Don't just talk about success or health in the abstract. Use personal pronouns, my success, my health. This connects your chosen outcome directly to your personal identity. Get personal and put yourself firmly in the picture.
Okay, for our fifth and final step, we are going to hardwire your new identity. This is like connecting to the cloud and executing a full system reboot.
We're merging a deep spiritual upgrade with the raw neuroscience of habit formation here. At the deepest level, true identity creation involves transcending the ego. The ego is just the part of you made up of old habits, fleeting desires, and turbulent emotions. To permanently upgrade, you must embrace your divine identity. You gotta stop thinking of yourself as merely a physical body with limitations and recognize yourself as pure awareness and spirit. Reject any old programming that tells you you're less than. Your true essence is completely unlimited.
And the science of habit bridges that spiritual truth perfectly with biology. Building new habits requires both repetition and conscious effort. Your prefrontal cortex is the part of your brain responsible for this conscious effort. By engaging it, you can deliberately decondition those old, harmful subconscious loops and systematically write new constructive intentions into your psyche. You are literally cognitively restructuring your beliefs about your own potential.
The physical mechanism of change here is incredibly clear. Neurons that fire together wire together. When you consistently repeat a thought, a feeling, or an action, neurons form connections across synapses. With focused attention and repetition, like through scripting, journaling, and visualization, you actually make these circuits lasting. You are physically changing your brain and your nervous system to match the life you want to live. No way around it. It's just biology.
So you might be wondering, how long does this physical rewiring actually take? Well, the magic number is 21. It takes at least 21 consecutive days of practicing your new mental images, your affirmations, and your conscious language for the new self to become an automatic habit pattern in the subconscious. After 21 days of experiencing this success in your mind, your nervous system fully adopts it, and you'll find yourself behaving completely differently without that constant, exhausting conscious effort.
To ensure this 21-day reboot really sticks, the sources highly recommend establishing a strict daily morning ritual. Utilize the very first hour of your day to mass your energies. Before the distractions of the world rush in, define your objectives clearly for the day. Use this quiet time to, as they beautifully put it, straighten the seams of your new self-image, making absolutely sure your conscious language and your vivid visualizations are perfectly aligned with your ultimate goals. I really want to leave you with this profound thought from Sonia Roman. She says, "Accept that your true identity is unlimited, free, and all-knowing. Never forget that once you strip away the old programming, those false faces, and the limitations of the ego, you have access to a consciousness and an abundance that is entirely boundless. The power has always been inside of you. It just needed the right operating system to run on."
So your upgraded human operating system is waiting to be installed. The science backs it up, and the spiritual framework is totally there to support you. The only question left is, what action will you take right now to begin your 21-day reboot? Are you ready to step into the theater of your mind and become who you are always meant to be? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Get out there, dive into that self-analysis, upgrade your language, and I will see you next time.